Yeah, so a few weeks ago, GLM 5.2 was released. So today I'll be providing a brief review of its capabilities and what it can do. So let's go. Just a minute. So they've said that it's a flagship model for long horizontal tasks, which has a substantial leap of roughly 1 million token contexts. So for brief explanation, a token context is the maximum amount of, say, words that the LLM can be able to understand. So past this number of words, so at this case, it says that it's a million token context, which is roughly 70,000 or 75,000 words thereof. Past these words, the data which is provided is forgotten. So if you go past the 70,000 words for input, then the following data which will come forward will uh, the model will forget the previous words that were provided past this. So yeah, it says that it has advanced coding, it's flexible effort uh, to balance performance and latency, and the architecture also is improved and it's open source. So it has been put. This is a comparison of currently the top tier models, but I can see that Fable 5 is not here. But according to the evaluation, it's close enough. It might be the best performing open source model currently. And as you compare it, for example, for software engineering tasks, it according to this evaluation that is provided on the GLM blog post, it ranks second after Opus 4.8, and it manages to beat GPT 5.5. Also, training post-training bench, it's also ranked second after Open 4.8, and also for software engineering marathon, it ranks third. For an open source model, this is pretty impressive, and this is pretty impressive because open source models tend to be relatively cheaper. The API tokens are relatively cheaper, for example, as compared to these top tier models like the cloud models and cloud API models and the GPT API models. So this is a comparison also between GLM 5.2 and Claude Fable 5, currently the best model that is in the market. They're pretty similar in terms of the context length and the reasoning, the input modalities. They do accept text and image, and audio and video is not supported. Even in terms of production, they do not produce photo and video, but you can connect them to MCP and use them to generate out of other applications. So the pricing for GLM 5.2 is this is what I was saying, $0.9, roughly a dollar for a million tokens. As compared to as compared to Claude Fable 5, it's $10. So you can imagine the disparity between the two. And also for the output, $3 per million tokens and 50 with regards to Cloud Fable 5. So GLM is relatively cheaper for this type of tasks. So you can observe that the latency or the performance of GLM 5.2 is 0.78 seconds, very fast as compared to Cloud 5. The throughput 2839, the disparity of 11, roughly 11. And yeah, this is just another analysis of the capabilities of the benchmarks in terms of artificial analysis. Yeah. So yeah, yes. So let's see what it can do. First of all, I asked it to create a video for me, a professional video based of my LinkedIn account. I pasted my LinkedIn profile there, and it started scraping all the data that it needed. I also provided my photo, and after around 7 minutes back and forth, answering questions that it needed, and having a definitive guide, it produced this. And after all of this, this was the result. All of this was from that single prompt and that picture that I provided. And the rest of the data it scraped from my LinkedIn profile and also all of my information that was gathered from Google. So it did this using a tool called FFmpeg and JavaScript and snipped. These are snippets, short snippets of around 9 seconds that were matched together to create this wholesome video. I had also provided it with another prompt of if it could make me a visualization of all the waste to energy plants located in Africa. I was performing a project. I'm a data analyst, so I needed the data to be scrapped and an analysis to be made of all the waste to energy plants in Africa. And it ran. This was one chart. So I saw it wise to, in the end, explain the model to provide me a markdown file in which I provided it to another chart because after around 100,000 tokens consumption, the model starts to become dumb. So it is advisable to start a new chart again and use the markdown file that contains the processes that were run in the previous chart and paste it in the new chart. So it did so, and in the end, this was the result. Yeah, this was it. Just a minute. Yeah, so this was it. A view of all the plants that are located in Africa, waste to energy plants. So here it shows that there's one in Egypt that is currently under construction, the funding that was provided, the costs, who provided the funding, and a simple explanation of what other sites is about, and also the sausage in which if one has to provide a deep dive analysis of it can go through. Another one also in Ethiopia, the RIPI. This one is currently under its operation actually, which was launched in 2019. So this is all the information that is in there. Pretoria, yeah, in Lagos also, and that is planned, and Senegal, and all the other ones. So this is just a brief analysis of what it did. These two prompts consumed tokens of around $20, but I believe with proper prompting it will be much less because there was a lot of read and write operations that were being carried out. So is this the next frontier model? And is it the best? No. I think it still has a long way to go. But for an open source model, it's the best currently, the best open source model, and price, the bang for the buck, it provides a proper bang for the buck because it's relatively affordable as compared to Cloud Payable 5. So I do believe that the future is open source, and there's still a long way to go, but it's a step in the right direction.